Hi, I'm Sai Chowdhury, Product Management for Qualcomm, and what we're showing here is one of our test mobiles. It's running one of our 7K pieces of silicon, and what we work with Google is to optimize Android on our actual silicon itself, and that includes a variety of different things. So you can see that Android includes, of course, a full web browser, and it's coming up. We're just bringing up the CNN web page, and what you're seeing here is that this is actually working over the live wireless network. So
is that the EVDO?
This is HSDPA network. Okay. So this is actually using a full HSDPA network, and we don't have specifically here in our test mobile, we haven't implemented the zoom or zoom out features, but what you're seeing here is the pan and shift capability of...
Can you do the pan and the shift again real quick? Okay.
Of the Android platform. Let's move out of the browser, and I can also show you...
There you go, if you don't mind.
Okay. Let's move out of the browser. I could also show you a couple of other interesting applications. Similarly, just like we've enabled with the browser to use the high-speed data connectivity, here's Google Maps coming up, again running on our test mobile. And you can see it's actually, as I'm panning to the right, it's bringing up new map tiles. We're looking at Bhutan here, of all things, and
you can't zoom in yet, right?
Right, correct, because we don't have right now on the test mobile we don't have the zoom and unzoom capabilities built into the touchscreen functionality.
This phone is mainly proof of.
This is actually used by our customers to help validate their own design and start to get involved in how to use Android, and really also start to do some radio development and testing.
Gotcha. Are there any other applications that you can show us?
Sure, we can show you a couple of other applications here. There's one of the things that we've worked with Google very closely is to accelerate the hardware 3D capabilities of Android. So we have a 3D hardware acceleration unit built into our chipsets, and you can see here this is Quake running on top of Android, running on our silicon, but accelerated for 3D hardware capabilities. So very rich, whether it's games or user interfaces, can come into being or be made by the Android application community using the Android application platform as well as the 3D hardware acceleration of Qualcomm. Okay, so this is the base home screen of the Android application platform, and you can see running on our test mobile, it brings up all the different applications. And for example, we can go up to the browser, and remember, unlike many of the other demos that you see here, this is actually working over the live HSDPA network. So I can bring up the New York Times. We were going to CNN earlier, but we'll bring up the New York Times, and you can see that using the high-speed data connectivity of HSDPA downlink and HSUPA uplink, you can see the very quick data speeds to bring up full web browsing capabilities. So we're going through, and we can zoom and pan. You can see that's the New York Times there. Global Time, which is another very rich user interface experience type application. Clearly this could be used for more than a time perspective, but you can see that Android actually brings in some very rich user interface capabilities, and by gluing that down to our Qualcomm silicon, we are able to accelerate it and really make it such that it's working seamlessly. Calendar app, and you can see we can go through the calendar, but it's unpopulated because we haven't actually integrated anything.
What about contacts?
We don't have anything on contacts, I don't think. Anything that's more static, we didn't put a lot of focus into.
Did I see in there music?
No, right now there is a placeholder for media, but what we're right now working with Google to expose the multimedia capabilities of our silicon with Android, and so that's work in progress.
Gotcha.
The fact that Android actually has a very open and very easy user-driven application capability is shown by this game, Whack-A-Mole, which I'm not doing very well at here, as you can see. But what it can do, this is a very simple application written by one of the application developers at Google that shows how even a garage shop developer can write very simple applications for Android.